Alright, this is going to be my second flat earth video. Um, I still think this is, I guess this channel is going to kind of focus on why we're stuck in here. Some of the reasons I think we're stuck in here. It's all speculation, it's a guess, who knows why. But I've got some things from the Bible I think are relevant to the discussion of why we're inside of a dome structure and we can't get out. And I just want to read about the Tower of Babel. This is Genesis chapter 11, verses 1 through 9. It says, "And the whole earth was of one language, of one speech. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick, and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime for the mortar. And they said, Go to, let us build a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven. And let us make a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and tower, which the children of men builded. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they begin to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth, and from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth." So I've read through this many times and find some interesting things, maybe some correlations about today. I know if you look at the statistics, English would not be the most dominant language on the planet. I don't think so. I think they say Farsi or some other language, maybe a Chinese language, because of the number of people. But I know this, America is still the #1 economic empire, economic world empire right now. And if you want to do business and you want to make money, you have to do it with America, and you have to be able to speak English. So maybe, I don't know, maybe English is becoming the one language of the world. I think it is. Maybe there's a problem with us all being of one language, to the people, to God, to the Lord, to the people who put us here. Maybe there's a problem with us all being of one mind, because later on, after it's, Genesis makes the proclamation that we're of all one language and one speech. And they were building, and they were making cities and making towers. So the Lord saw it, and he went down to see what they were doing. And it appears that they were building something to heaven, some kind of tower, something to heaven, all in one accord. And God said, the Lord said that they're one mind. They're of one thought process. Now nothing they imagine will be withheld from them. And maybe once we all unite behind this, behind the flat earth, behind the idea that we live in a dome structure and we live on a flat earth, that the world may become one, unity. And maybe this is a problem. I mean, it sounds good, but maybe this is a problem for those who keep us here. Because if, like I said yesterday, Admiral Byrd went there and in Antarctica along with other governments, and for some reason they all left the ice very rapidly, created the Antarctic Defense Treaty, and it's like they just shut it off. They don't want nobody down there. So why would the world leaders want to keep us away from there? Because like I said, like I pointed out yesterday, the best chance for you know, to find a way to get through this structure that we're in. This dome structure is to farm it out to the private sector. So I don't know why the governments, if they really want to get out of here, if they're really seeking the way to get out of here, why they want to withhold that from the public. They'd want the public on board. So maybe, like I said yesterday, maybe they met the prison guards. Maybe there's a reason they want to keep us all divided. Maybe, I mean, I'm not saying these people are our protectors, because I know they're all scum. But maybe they want to keep the game up. Maybe they want to keep it up because right now they're like the trustee in the prison that's got it goods, running everything. And if all this gets exposed, then they lose their trustee status. Then we're no longer just dealing with those in power, those who want to control us. The Rockefellers and all these lunatics in control of the American government and all the governments all over the world. Maybe they're no longer they lose their power. If we're in one in unity, going with the flat earth, maybe that's game up, game over. I don't know. I mean, I can't figure out why they would want to hide it when the best chance of them figuring out how to get through a dome structure would be to farm it out to the private sector. You'd want that information out because you'd want everybody together. So I look at Genesis, and when the people were one, and they were all one and united in building something to heaven, it looks like to me they're going to ascend into heaven, is what they're saying. And I've looked that word up that's used there for heaven in Hebrew, and it says the place, you know, where basically where God dwells. Maybe, like I said, if you go and look at the flood account, when the world was flooded, it says the windows of heaven opened up and waters came down from above and they came down from underneath. So, like I said, my thought yesterday was, you know, maybe God lives in water, or maybe we're at the bottom of an ocean. Maybe there's a ton of these dome structures at the bottom of a larger system in an ocean, and we're all kept here. Maybe this is where they put prisoners who are troublemakers. Maybe this is what they do. You know, they don't have a death sentence, so to speak, where you're killed like we do with our prisoners who commit, you know, murder and stuff. Maybe they put us here, but I don't know. You know, I believe the Bible, but there's a lot of questions I have about it. And I mean, they were of one language. Some reason of them being of one language was a problem for God, and He went and confounded their language. He did not want the people of the earth building in unity together. God's not the enemy. I'm not saying He's the enemy. I don't know. I mean, it sounds like the way I'm talking, it sounds like that I am saying that God is like the prison, you know, the warden. I don't know. I mean, I know there'll be Christians out there saying I'm a complete lunatic for even saying this stuff, and I'm a false prophet. But I think that it's a possibility. I don't know. You need to let me know what you think. You know, put some comments below. Tell me if I'm headed in the right direction, or if this gives you something to think about. I'd like to know. So anyway, for now, I'm going to sign off, and I'm going to try to do a video once a day, or maybe once every other day. I don't know. We'll see how it goes and what kind of response I get. But I appreciate those who liked the video from yesterday, and I appreciate the comments. So, and I'll try to respond to as many as I can, the more that come in. So, anyway, for now, this is Larry signing off. I'll talk to you tomorrow.